Some people may call him a sappy, lovesick singer. Maybe, but you can't deny that this man can sing and make you fall in love with love. Welcome back, my miracles, to another Music Monday. We're going to talk about Michael Bolton. Don't care what anyone says. This man is just top tier for me. I again have a playlist dedicated only to Michael Bolton because he deserves it. So let's jump into a little bit of personal history with him. Michael Bolton, or Michael Bolton as we know him, was born in New Haven, Connecticut on February 26th, 1953. And by age 7, he could play the saxophone. He began writing songs at the age of 9, and at 14 years old, he would form a group called the Nomads. Jump to the mid-70s, Michael focused more on hard rock with his band called Blackjack. He even toured with Ozzy Osbourne as his opening act. He would then transition into the pop genre as a songwriter. In 1983, he co-wrote How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, which reached the top of the adult contemporary singles chart. He also co-wrote I Found Someone, which would go on to be a hit for Cher in 1987. His breakthrough really came on in 1987 with the album titled Hunger, which included his version of Otis Redding's Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay. That song reached number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. But his biggest success was his 1991 album titled Time, Love, and Tenderness. That album reached the top of the Billboard 200 and launched 4 top 40 singles. In the 2000s, Michael recorded albums paying tribute to Frank Sinatra, classic rock, soul songs, and Motown. My mom and I had the privilege to see him in concert a few years ago. And although it was a great time, it felt like something was not right. His singing and speech were off at times during the concert. And at one time, a woman came on stage to sing one of his songs, and it kind of seemed like she was doing this to give Michael Bolton a break. And all of the questions were answered when in January of 2024, he announced he had undergone emergency surgery for a brain tumor before the December 2023 holidays. So I'm very thankful that I was able to see him in concert. In April of this year, he had revealed in an interview that he had been diagnosed with glioblastoma, an aggressive cancer that originates in the brain. And unfortunately, this has a very poor prognosis of survival. The reoccurrence of this cancer is around 90%, but he remains hopeful. So let's talk about his music. I'm going to do what is all on my Apple playlist, the album, and the year it was released. And then in the end, I'm going to share with you my all-time favorite Michael Bolton songs. So here we go. The album is titled The Hunger. This was released in 1987. Songs I recommend on this album: Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay, That's What Love Is All About, and Walk Away. Next album is Soul Provider, released in 1989. Songs I recommend: Soul Provider, Georgia on My Mind, How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, How Can We Be Lovers, When I'm Back on My Feet Again. Next album is Time, Love, and Tenderness, released in 1991. These are the songs I recommend: Love is a Wonderful Thing, Time, Love, and Tenderness, Missing You Now, Now That I Found You, When a Man Loves a Woman, and Steel Bars. Next album is The One Thing, released in 1992. Said I Loved You, But I Lied. Next album is Timeless, The Classics, released in 1992. And these are all remakes of classic songs. Since I Fell for You, To Love Somebody, Reach Out, I'll Be There, You Send Me, Hold On, I'm Coming, Bring It On Home to Me, Knock on Wood, and Drift Away. Greatest Hits album, 1985 to 1995. This was released in 1995. Songs I recommend are I Promise You and I Found Someone. Next album is All That Matters, released in 1997. This has the song from Hercules from Disney, This is my all-time favorite song, Go the Distance. All right, next album, Timeless, The Classics Volume 2, released in 1992. Songs I recommend is Tired of Being Alone, Ain't No Sunshine, What a Wonderful World, Try a Little Tenderness, and What You Won't Do for Love. Next is the album Only a Woman Like You, released in 2002, and the song I recommend on that is Only a Woman Like You. Last album is Spark of Light, released in 2024. Spark of Light, Beautiful World, Whatever She Wants, and Just in the Beginning. And here are my favorite songs. That's What Love Is All About. Now, the beginning of this song. There was a time we thought our dream was over, when you and I had surely reached the end. Still here we are, the flame as strong as ever. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Sorry, I get a little wound up. Next song I recommend is How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? There was a guy many years back, and we were really, really close. We were great friends. We did everything together. And I was secretly in love with my best guy friend. He was what you would call kind of like a player. And I would watch him with all of these women coming in and out of his life. And I would listen to this song on repeat. Here's the beginning of the lyrics, and I would weep. This was my theme song for years. I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. I had to come and get it straight from you. They said you were leaving. Someone swept your heart away. From the look upon your face, I see it's true. So tell me all about it. Tell me about the plans you're making. Tell me one thing more before I go. Theme song for the brokenhearted, for the people who have unrequited love. Another song I recommend when I'm back on my feet again. This was another theme song after my divorce. So, needless to say, Michael Bolton has gotten me through quite a lot of heartbreak. This next song, I will say, this is probably my all-time favorite Michael Bolton song. It's titled Missing You Now, and Kenny G plays the music. So the dynamic duo. Talk to you, but it's not the same as touching you. And every time you whisper my name, I wanna run to you. Just a little snippet. Another song is Now That I Found You. I love that one also. I Promise You is one of my top favorites. And I Found Someone. So that is it, my miracles. I hope you enjoyed this Music Monday. If you did, hit that like button. And if you're not a miracle and want to be, click that subscribe button and watch a miracle happen. If you are a Michael Bolton fan, comment down below your top 5 favorite Michael Bolton songs. I'm Miracle Girl, and I will see you guys next time. I love you so much. Bye.